Namaste and hello internet, Makran this side. Welcome to another video of Figure It Out. Today let's figure out how can one operate a Demat account without signing any power of attorney, that is POA. Contrary to the popular belief, nowadays it is not necessary to sign a POA if you want to sell shares in your Demat account. Well, traditionally, if you want to sell the shares in your Demat account, you have to submit a delivery instruction slip DIS to the broker every time you have to sell a particular share. To avoid this impractical solution, the brokers have came up with power of attorney. In very simple language, power of attorney is kind of an agreement between you and broker, wherein you are giving exclusive transaction rights of your Demat account to the broker. That means broker actually can do transactions on your behalf without even asking you, like pledging your shares or selling your shares. So can your broker misuse the power of attorney signed? The short and simple answer is yes, your broker can, but it really depends on how reputed your broker is. Normally the big brokerage firms don't do any kind of an unauthorized activity on your behalf or without asking you. But in the past there have been cases where the financial firms like Carvey have misused this kind of privileges, and they kind of misuse the power of attorney for their own advantage. Just Google Carvey scam 2019 and go through some of the articles to understand what exactly went wrong. In order to prevent some sort of scandalous activity, depositories have come up with a thing called EDIS, Electronic Delivery Instruction Slip, and you can actually have a tip-in to authorize sale of each share every time. So let's understand a few terms first. Depository is your NSDL or CDSL. These are like the bank which holds your Demat account. DP is a depository participant. It's your broker at the end of day. BO is yourself the account holder. So let's just see how can one go for generating the tip-in for generating the EDIS, Electronic Delivery Instruction Slip. For NSDL, you can use their speedy facility. I will put a link of this page into the description. I happen to have a CDSL Demat, so that's why I will show the CDSL method. BO ID is your Demat ID and PAN is your individual PAN number. Enter both of these and hit next. OTP will be sent to your registry email and mobile. Enter the OTP and hit next. And your tip-in is generated successfully and it will be emailed to you. This is how the tip-in email will look like. But what if you want to set a number of your choice as a tip-in? For that you need to come to this link. I will put this again in description. Enter the BOID and PAN, the similar process, but during this process you will have an option to set your own tip-in. You have to enter the OTP received here as well, and here you can set your new tip-in, and that's it. It is this simple to set your tip-in. Now let's see how can you sell the shares in your Demat using this tip-in. Pause this screen for a moment and understand the order execution flow here. It's kind of a simple. I will explain it with the help of real world example. So recently I have opened a lifetime AMC free Demat account and trading account with Fires. You'll find the video link here or here. Go check that video. I will be giving example of Fires GUI. So this is Fires web-based application for punching orders. In that application you have to go to the miscellaneous menu and click on generate EDIS or EDIS menu. Once you say yes, you will be redirected to the CDSL page. By the way, one small note: not all brokers are supporting the EDIS generation via the mobile application. So most probably try to use the web application or desktop application of the broker. So this is how the CDSL authorization process will work. This will be the screen 1. It will tell you if you haven't set your TPIN, it will generate the TPIN for you. You have to enter the TPIN here, and here you can actually enter the quantity of the shares and the number of shares, all shares you want to sell. Now please note, this is a daily affair. So for example, if you have Infosys and Wipro in your Demat account, so if you have to sell these shares, as long as you are holding them, you have to do this on a daily basis. So once you generate the authorization will remain valid for the day. So for example, you have 100 shares of Infosys, 100 of Wipro. It's not compulsory to sell the shares after generating the authorization. If today you have generated authorization for the 100 shares of Infosys, you can sell 10 or you can sell nothing. But the point is, each day you have to generate the authorization if you are holding any shares and if you want to sell them. Just heads up, sometimes the EDIS authorization fail intermittently. My guess is this most of the time is a broker specific issues rather than the CDSL, because CDSL's infrastructure is serving hundreds of DP or brokers. That is why it need to remain up and operational. As and when the EDIS authorization intermittent issues occur, you won't be able to sell the shares on that particular day. By the way, if you want to sell, make sure you log in into the platform and generate the EDIS authorization for the same day beforehand, so it kind of comes handy later in the day. Now this video is for someone who have recently opened the Demat account and haven't submitted the power of attorney to the broker. I will make a separate video for the people who have already submitted the power of attorney to the broker. So that video will be about how to revoke your existing power of attorney and how to shift your Demat account to the EDIS authorization mode. That's it guys, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I will see you around.